Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Abhay Kumar Firodia ji, Chairman of Force Motors. Guest of Honor, Dr. Deepak Tilak. It's always an honor to sit with this kind of people. Our own dynamic Amit Anand Apte, our AAA President, a very young and dynamic personality. 2019, it is a very special year. First of all, we are into the platinum year. We are celebrating the platinum jubilee, which was started by the Honorable Vice President of India, Dr. Venkaiah Naidu, in New Delhi at Vigyan Bhavan. And especially, this convention is happening in the culture city of Maharashtra. And 2000 is not important for our profession, it is very much important for the entire country. As everybody knows, election time is there. So it's not the country, even our institute will be also witnessing the elections in this current year. Our Vice President, Mr. Balwinder Singh ji, very dynamic personality, Dr. I. Ashok, CMA Meena Vidya Madam, my council colleagues, immediate past President P.V. Bhattat ji, past Presidents Dr. D.V. Joshi, Deodhar sir, Mr. Singh, G.B. Rao sir, Venkataraman ji, Harijuvan Banerjee ji, Mr. Amal Das, Ramanamurthy ji, and I also welcome the dignitaries which has come all over the world from SAFA and other countries and the members of the international bodies who are here with us today. Mahisha ji, I miss his name. If you look at the moment this council took over, there was only one agenda: to take the institution name to the new heights, and the focus was on the branding and bringing the much deeper association with the ministries. And possibly, I must say, this council has succeeded in quite a lot in these efforts. It began under the dynamic leadership of Dr. Our President in the first year, Mr. P.V. Bhattat, then Mr. Manas Thakur, then I got the baton, and finally, Amit Anand Apte will take it over, already taking the things to the new things. The best part is today, if you look at the name of the cost and management accountants, if you look in the entire country, and especially if you go to the North Block and the South Block, in every corridors or North Block, you can, today, the name of the cost and management accountants is taken with a great honor and great respect. Whatever the changes which has come in the last 4 years, whether you talk about the biggest changes after independence, whether it's the GST, whether we talk about the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India, where their first office was in our institute in New Delhi itself. And if you talk about the valuation, we were the first one to conduct the examination and conduct the courses. And if you talk about the railway project, if you're looking the biggest changes which is coming in the railways, we as a cost and management accountants are telling the government which is the area where the value addition has to be done, wherever the losses and wherever the non-addition factors are there. So this is a contribution which we are doing. Especially if you look at the era of, and whenever we meet the government, whenever we're talking about the non-performing assets, even the government is realizing in the past they could not utilize the services of cost and management accountants in the right way. And whenever you talk to any bankers today, because last week also when either we meet IBBI chairman or you talk about the banking secretary or even the RBI governors, you just get one answer, definitely what is happening, we are in the technology of the automation, robotics. So by a click of a button, your annual accounts are ready. But nobody knows what it reveals. Nobody could get the time to look into that, what actually it conveys. So there the role of a cost and management accountant comes. And especially this is the year with a great honor, our own Dr. PVS Jaganmohan Rao ji is representing us as a SAFA president. So definitely, there'll be new alliances all over the world within the SAFA countries. Even the government is taking a lot of initiatives. And I'm sure under our dynamic Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, the way things are look up and possibly is going to take up in the future also, the cost and management accountants are going to contribute a lot in this success story. The mantra of this council was basically the transparency. From the day one, what we discussed, we should bring the maximum transparency in the system. Whether it's talking about the council minutes, foreign visits, or whatever is happening in the council, it should be known public to each and everyone. So that we could achieve. And I was mentioning 2019 is going to be the election year. We are also going to be coming with our elections with the country and in our institute also. But we need to ensure whatever the legacy, whatever our past president has built up and the current council has done, we should take it forward. In the past, we have seen, as we are seeing in the election time, a lot of Gathbandhan and Mat Gathbandhans are happening. People are joining hands for different reasons. So especially we need to ensure no individuals can come here, do piggyback in our institute and walk away from here. But that is the reason, some of the reasons after that we keep on saying we cannot achieve this, we cannot get this. So this is a year when we need to be ensure the people who are getting elected, they have a loyalty check to your profession. They really contribute to your profession. Their heart and soul remains here. So that is a message we are going to have. Another part definitely, what we look at in this year, especially when we are talking about the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board, the way the activities which are being carried out, if you talk about the resolution plan, if you talk about the liquidation role, you talk about any areas. Because why I'm talking more about an IBBF, because if you look at the yellow pages and the pink pages, now the reporters has to look for any news. Whether the 12 cases of RBI which has been resolved and whatever the issues which is happening, definitely is due to the economy only. So there our role is much greater. And I could see, now Amit is representing in the cross-border insolvency also. And last month, we were in New York. I was representing Ministry of Finance and the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board with their team members. We were in New York and Toronto to do the first roadshow on the behalf of Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India and Ministry of Finance. We were demonstrating where we were demonstrating the entire world. India is a place where you can come and invest. India is a different India today. It's going to be 2022 new India. And a lot of good assets are available in India where you can come, you can brought in money here and you can do business with us. So the moment you will see a lot of things are flowing up, a lot of ARCs, a lot of financial institutions, even the Canadian pension fund is going to put money a lot in India. So this kind of available resources are here. So when they're looking at the people, what they're looking at, so they're looking at only the cost and management accountants who can guide them, cut costs, do value addition, value creation. And especially our friends from ACC is here, Lucia and his team, Sajid. So when we are advocating the integrated reporting, what we are talking about. So we are giving the world the message in the automation era, we have to talk about the 6 capitals. Whether it's a natural capital, whether it's a social capital, is a human capital. Because in today's time, if you look at if one CEO resigns, the stock market of that particular company tumbles. So that is the worth of human capital today. Many projects could not take off due to the natural capital. And social capital, it is not the people who are respecting the company who is giving the maximum profits today. They are respecting the company who is giving maximum dividends and maximum returns to the different stakeholders, not only the shareholders. The companies are being applauded who are taking care of the society, their vendors, their employees. So in all these areas, one has to go for the valuation. And who are the right doctors for the same is the cost and management accountants. So that is the area which is opening up. Because 1st of February, whoever has passed the examination, only he'll be able to do the valuation work. So I must request, I could see a lot of young people here who has come all over the world, and especially, and it's online. So I must request all of these people, this is the two sunrise industries. And with this council and with the good efforts today, we have a lot of MOU, MRAs, lot of alliances which are going on. So wherever CMAs want to go and work today, the doors are open for that. And I wish each and everyone, once again, the great success of this 2 days national seminar. And once again, the baton which has been given to Amit Apte, and whatever the period he has, I'm sure he is going to leave a mark. We normally say in our council, he is like a Virat Kohli. So another 6 months, I don't know. So in another 6 months, I don't know how many centuries he's going to score. With this, I wish all the best.